Now we're going to go over the shape builder and how to use the pathfinder. Both of them begin to connect shapes or have them become one shape and share points instead of them being something that you have to group and constantly remember to group and ungroup. Very first thing, let's talk about lines, because a line or using the paintbrush could potentially impact you in a negative way. So very first thing I'm going to do is simply draw some kind of a squiggle here, and I'm going to grab this shape, and my goal here is to put these two things together using the shape builder tool. So very first thing is that this is a stroke around a line, and that's going to make this a little bit more difficult. I'm going to have to convert it or expand it. So I select that object and I go under object, and here I have expand appearance. That then turns it into a shape. Once it's a shape, it can begin to join this other shape. So we're going to go here and select both of these components. So I have both of them selected. I'm going to use my shape builder. So select that, and it gives me these little cross hatches, which lets me know that this has now become one shape. It is really easy. It is really cool. I can also do that with this. So my green shape and my blue shape can become one shape. And they have to be overlapping a little bit, but here we go. Both of them selected, select, there we go. And it takes usually the front color leads the color choice for the example. Now let's go and we're going to do a little pathfinder, and pathfinder is here. And so these are my pathfinders here that I'm going to use. I'm going to kind of move it out of the way, and if I click it in here, this will become part of this same panel that opens with all of my color guides and things. I'm going to get rid of the color guides so that it's not as confusing. These are my pathfinders right here. And something else that you should know is it's really easy to draw a circle by pulling out your ellipse tool, holding down Shift on the keyboard, and just drawing a circle. I have many students that try to draw a circle, and you just can't do it better than the software. It's similar to when we would work with a compass and an inking pen. And I'm also going to go and use a rectangle now. So I've got a rectangle, green rectangle. We'll change the color so we can see what we're doing. And that's in front of this circle. I'm going to select both of these objects. They are on the same layer. We can check that right here. And I'm going to go through what these options do. So the very first one unites. They become one shape, similar to what we're doing with the shape builder. And now I'm going to undo. We'll go to the next one. This is going to delete the front from the back, and we undo. This should only keep what's overlapping between the two shapes, and we'll undo. This is going to exclude everything that's overlapped. And this is my fave here. This does divide. Trim is going to trim out the back one from the front one so that we don't have too many extraneous points. This is going to merge them. It's a little different than when you build it into one path. You notice the colors didn't change. Then we've got crop, and we've got outline. I've never used crop or outline. I'm going to undo what I have done here with my merge, and now I'm going to use divide. Both my objects are selected. I click on divide, and I might have to ungroup. I can't remember for sure if I do, so I'm going to, and now I'm going to click away. Now I have this shape, this shape, this shape, right? All of those components. the really nice thing about when you start to do this kind of a divide or uh, cutting away of your parts with Illustrator is that you start building a sense of similarity almost instantly. I'm going to do it again with these two pieces. You saw I just selected it by clicking down with my mouse and drawing over them. I hit delete on the keyboard or divide on the pathfinder. I ungroup, I click away. And you start to have a beautiful sense of similarity. Things start to engage, they come together, and they work out. We can go through merging these objects again and do that by using this or by using your shape builder tool. And we're done with this. I should also let you know one more really quick little demo. Let's just get a letter form in here. That if I want to engage typography that I'm typing into this whole dialogue, you'll notice I'm going to hold shift up down on the keyboard. I have to first get this letter form into a shape. Right now it's text and it's editable, and I'm going to need to convert this or change this to outlines. So you find that under the type menu. You go to create outlines, it becomes an object. I hold down shift on the keyboard. It can get enlarged and be bigger. I can select these two things and run through any of the options you just saw me use. So if I hit divide and then ungroup and click away and click away and click away, you can start reversible figure ground really fast doing some of these techniques. And this ends our demos for Illustrator and ideas that you can potentially use. Once again, it's things that I use when I'm doing shapes and symbol and building layers for my foil imaging.